This week began at home with further protests over the proposal by Green King to change the name of the Black Bitch pub in Linlithgow. I support our living history and wore an appropriate face covering in the chamber this week. Another week and the UK government descends further into scandal, with more revelations about Downing Street parties, accusations of blackmail, Islamophobia, and a minister resigning over the failure to address fraud and corruption. And finally, the Met Police launched an investigation into Downing Street events. None of which should come as a surprise. The only question is, why would any self-respecting nation let this shower of charlatans run their affairs? Time for independence, I think. In the votes this week, I supported the call for action over the cost of living crisis. The Tories didn't even bother to vote. This UK government cannot keep ignoring poverty. People on low incomes need urgent action now. We need a substantial energy crisis package to combat the ongoing cost of living crisis, which is hitting the most vulnerable. The UK already has the worst levels of poverty and inequality in northwest Europe. And this inaction, coupled with the effects of Brexit, which Scotland didn't vote for, is leaving households more vulnerable. It demonstrates clearly why we need independence to tackle this for ourselves. I led a debate on mandatory vaccination and called on the UK government to follow Scotland's lead on education and encouragement, which has achieved record vaccination levels without mandating or sacking health workers. The Minister said something that, in his summing up, that I fully agree with. We do need everyone to get vaccinated, but I hope we can make that a choice for them and comply with that principle of informed consent. And public petitions are a good vehicle to highlight issues of local concern and get a response from government. This week, I presented one on community energy projects. The petitioners therefore request that the House of Commons urge the Government to follow the recommendations of the Environmental Audit Committee and reallocate funding to better support community energy projects through extending and expanding the Rural Community Energy Fund. If you have an issue which you feel would benefit from a public petition, then do get in touch with me. And, as always, if you would like an advice surgery appointment, drop me an email or phone call. And until next week, stay safe.